How are you doing? Uh, so this is Yasmin Hairo, and we are at the office, as you can see. Uh, let's see. Um, oh, here it says to turn the device, so I don't know if it's gonna look okay. The phone is also a bit empty, so I need to charge it. So, how are you doing today on this beautiful Friday, right? It's almost weekend. I have to do some preparation in the meanwhile while I'm talking to you. Because I am going to visit my sister in the village of Wales, and I'm gonna go and work there a little bit, make some sales, make some money, and then after that we can relax, we can talk. Maybe if she's okay with it, maybe we can do a video together, right? Maybe an interview on sales. That would be good. So it's raining the whole morning, and maybe you are wondering what is this wisdom that you are going to share, and can you share it because I want it, right? So how do you feel when it's raining outside? Do you think like shit? Damn, I don't like this. I don't want to get wet. What's your attitude? Right? So what you should do is when it rains, you go outside and you say, thank you, God, for the rain, or you say, thank you, universe, for the rain. It's a miracle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And maybe you can even do a little dance in the rain, right? So that is the wisdom, because imagine this. What if it doesn't rain at all? No rain. What would happen? The soil is gonna dry up, all the crops are gonna die, all the animals gonna die, all the plants, all the trees, all the nature is gonna die, and all the people is gonna die. So everything dies if there is no rain, right? So we have to change our attitude and be thankful for the rain. That's a bit of wisdom for you. Let's see. So now I'm going to my sister, and tomorrow I'm planning on staying there, on sleeping there, uh, so that tomorrow we can go out and sell together, work together. I'm very excited about that. And then on Sunday, my father's father is coming to visit us, and he lives in a little village that's called Smilde, but it is very far away from here. It is like 200 kilometers, so he has to drive for 2 or 3 hours. And then on Sunday evening, then I'm going back home. Okay, so I have to package the greeting cards, right? Now I have to package the greeting cards for 2 people, for me and my sister. So that was one part of the video, is a little bit of wisdom, and the other part was how to multiply your money. So for example, if I have €1 and for the €1 I buy 5 of these greeting cards, like 20 cents each, and then I sell them for €1 a piece, then I have earned €5 with using the €1, right? And with that I have multiplied my money, and you should do the same, right? There's lots of things that you can buy for a low price, and then you resell them for a higher price, right? And if you yourself don't have a way to do that, so maybe you are having a job, you just work 40 hours a week, and the business only open Monday till Friday, and it's closed in the weekend. Well, then you can invest in a person or invest in a business that can multiply your money, right? So, for example, you can open up a investment account, and you can buy dividend stocks that pay you like 10% dividend a year, and then within 10 years you will have doubled your money. And you could invest in my business. So I've made a previous video where I had shown you that I had made more than 100 sales in 8 days. So that's the package is 5 greeting cards. So you multiply the 100 sales by 5. That's more than 500 greeting cards sold within 8 days. So if you had invested 100, I would have bought greeting cards with that, and then I would have sold them, and I would have earned 500. I would have multiplied the money, and then obviously with the 500 I can easily pay you 200, doubling your money, or 250, right, within 8 days. So that's a great way to multiply your money. But I would always say it takes like a month, right? So because you never know what's gonna happen, right? We live in reality, and all kinds of things can happen. So for example, this, right? You see this? It has been printed wrong. This should be on the front of the card, and the back side should be blank, right? So it was a printing mistake. 200 useless greeting cards that I can sell cost me about 100 euros. So stuff can happen, right? So that's why I say we take a realistic time frame, for example, a month, to multiply and double your money. And in case you are worried or afraid to lose money, or whatever it is that's holding you back from investing, then in another video I have shown you how you should take a bill of money and burn it to get rid of this fear of losing it, right? It's very important. Because if you like making a minimum wage, or you're making like 2,000 a month, and you can only save and invest 200, it's not growing really fast, right? So you got to invest in people or businesses that can multiply it for you. So, for example, have you ever thought like, well, man, if I just had an extra 200 a month, then life would be better, right? So, but but you can get that. You should obviously always try to earn more with your job or with your business. But you can also like do what Danish has done, my friend, an investor from Pakistan. So he invested 1,000 euros, and then he was getting back 200 every month for 10 months until his money had doubled, right? So that's a great opportunity for you to do that also. You can transfer the money via PayPal. It doesn't cost you anything. If you would like to, for example, to see results more rapidly, then I could make a payout every week to you, so that you see the results and that you get more confidence with it, right? Let's see. So maybe you have been following my channel and you saw this video where I say I'm not gonna be giving any more free advice to people, because it's not gonna help. They're gonna just go on to the next video and not take action on it, not implement it, and they will not benefit from it. But there are a few, because there are always a few exceptions, right? I am a exception, because I've watched this video by Patrick Bet-David that has a business and a YouTube channel, which is, I think, very popular. And he was talking about becoming an old-timer, which means you work 7 days a week, which also means you earn money 7 days a week, which makes it possible for you to also save and invest money every day. And if you do that, you can already calculate that you're gonna get rich faster than you would if you were just working 5 days a week. So, but I haven't paid him anything. I haven't bought anything from him. I've just taken the advice, and I have implemented it. The first time was last year in April, and it helped me to make my business successful and viable. Unfortunately, after that, I had very serious back pains, and I couldn't work for 2 months. And now, this month, February of 2023, right? I started doing it again. And well, I am successful again with my business. So I think I was the exception because I took action on the free advice, right? And of all the people that watch my videos or get a free ebook from me, there will be probably a few that will implement, that will take action on what they learn. And then I have the satisfaction of helping somebody. And this making videos is also a bit practice for me, to practice public speaking, right? Because somewhere in the future my business is gonna do like 100,000 a month, which would be 1.2 million a year. And then probably someone is gonna invite me and would like me to share my story about how I started my business with nothing and how I made it very successful, and then they're gonna pay me for that. So this is good practice, and hopefully something else will also happen. That is how it went for me. So I very many years ago, I would be online a bit browsing, bit surfing the internet, looking for something, and then I would stumble upon Jim Rohn, and I would watch his videos, and it made a lot of sense to me. And then I would watch more videos, and then eventually I bought a book, The 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle by Jim Rohn, and I recommend it to you. And then after that I ordered another book from Jim Rohn, and after that I stumbled upon Brian Tracy, and I watched some of his videos, and after a while I ordered books from Brian Tracy, like The Psychology of Selling, and his book on self-discipline, and I recommend their books, and the same thing happened with Zig Ziglar and Grant Cardone, and even with that guy, right? The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. I saw the movie. I watched some videos from him, and I ordered his book. So maybe in the future, different people have different maybe processes for buying something, and then maybe in the future I will write a book, and then you hear about it and you say, man, I need that book, and you go and you buy it, right? And then you benefit from the content of the book, and I benefit from you buying one of my books. So everybody wins. And it's also not a complete waste of time to make videos, because some of the good stuff I have converted into a book. So some of the good material from my videos I have converted into a new book, and then the book started selling at from these self-publishing companies where I have self-published my books. So it's good. Okay, let me see. Oh, and if you are like if you have heard this video from Patrick Bet-David, and you also heard my video, and you think, man, I really have to work 7 days a week so that I can save and invest 7 days a week, and that I can get rich faster, but you're having this job where there is only work from Monday to Friday. So what should you do? How can you implement this? Well, you can keep the job, pays for the living expenses, so that's good. Then you can in the weekend you can start a small business, right? So if maybe if you're a guy, it would be a bit weird to do this following example. So if a guy like me, if you're like a parent, right, you have kids, and a guy like me comes up to you and he says like, well, can I watch your kids on Saturday, and that you pay me money for it, maybe that would be a bit weird, right? But if you're a girl, if you're a woman, you should have coffee with couples that have kids, and then you can understand that well, there is a need because people are busy. Let's say you have this couple, man and a woman, who have 2 kids. And they both work. They get tired from work. They have the chores in the house, cooking, cleaning, and so on. And then they have to be 24/7 watching the kids, right? So they get tired, and they would love to have a free Saturday afternoon where they don't have to watch the kids all the time, and where they can go out to dinner or go out somewhere together, right? So there is this need for that, and you should, if you're a girl, you should find a way to fill that need, right? So you just you just ask these people if if they would like to have a day a day off where they don't have to watch the kids, that you can watch the kids for them, and that they can do whatever they want, and that they pay you for watching the kids, right? Uh, so and if you ask enough people, you ask enough parents, then you will find a few customers for that, right? And at the start, at the beginning, you just keep it simple, right? You maybe only make a business page on Facebook, which is completely free, right? And you go out and you start talking to these parents and asking them if you can watch the kids for them, and that they pay you, right? And then maybe you can start thinking about that you watch the kids at your house, right? Because if you watch them at your house, you can watch 5 or 6 kids at the same time, right, at your house, and you just make it a little bit fun, right? So you do board games. Maybe some of the kids will take their uh, PlayStation with them, so you plug it into the television, and then the kid is glued to the television screen with his PlayStation, right? And you don't have to do a lot for that one. And yeah, you do board games. How do you call it? You watch cartoons. You make popcorn. You make some sandwiches, right? Maybe you play around in the yard or whatever. And if you have like six of them, and you charge like $25, uh, uh, $25 a child times 6. That's that's 150 euros or $150 extra for just a Saturday. That could be really fun for you, right? And then after a while, if it goes very well and if it expands also onto the Sunday and so on, and you like it a lot, then you can start thinking about like hiring someone to make a website for you and starting a sole proprietorship or a LLC to have a business, right? And well, maybe that's like for women that would work better, I think. But if you're a guy, you can start what this guy had started, the TD Jakes, the pastor, or how do you call it? He started a lawn mowing business, right? So there's lots of old people for whom it's difficult to mow the lawn, right? And then you can go and ask them to mow it for them and get paid for that, right? You can start that kind of business. Let's see. You could also go get yourself a ladder, a bucket and a sponge and this squeaky thing, and you go out in your neighborhood and you ask the people to wash and clean their windows of the house on the outside, right? And then maybe you charge like $5 for every window. Well, most houses have like 4 or more windows that you can clean. That's $20 a customer, right? So if you let's say it takes you an hour to do it, that's $20 an hour, and then you work 10 hours, that's 10 customers. Then you multiply the $20 an hour by 10 customers, and that's 200 euros in one day, or $200, which is pretty good, right? So you can start that kind of business. And you started very simple. You started in the weekends, right? And you just see how it goes, and then you can work from that. You can build it up from that, right? Okay. So there is also one thing that I need to tell you. So my books, my videos, and so on is a lot about taking action on what you learn, and there are maybe 10 people out of every 100 that do implement, that do take action, and you should join them, right? You should join the implementation club. You should start, or you ought start to implement, because implementation is everything for life change and business change, right? So maybe you're thinking like, well, I've also listened to Brian Tracy and other people that are more successful than Yasmin, and they say it's self-discipline is everything. So why should I listen to you about this implementation thing? Well, you are missing something, because if you implement, for example, you go out on a Saturday and you go and work because you are implementing this idea or this strategy that you've learned, then that is already self-discipline. And if you also go to work out on a Sunday, you implement that, that is also behaving in a self-disciplined manner. And if you're then saving and investing money every day, or then that is also, and living below your means, then that is also implementation, and it is also behaving in a self-disciplined way. So implementation is self-discipline in action, right? I kind of I'm sorry, I kind of lost the point that I wanted to share with you. So I've shared some things with you also in other videos, like how you should take a money bill and how you should burn it to get rid of the fear of losing money, and which will make it easier for you to invest money without being worried about losing it and so on. And well, you really need and must invest, man, and you really need and must implement, because otherwise, take a look at last year, 2022. Take a good look at it. That is what you have gotten. And if you don't do anything, if you don't change, if you don't implement, if you don't invest, that is what you will be getting in all the next years of your life, for every year. You just get the same, and you think, well, I will get like the same like last year, same amount of money, this and that. But you will actually get less, because if inflation is about 10%, what it was for a while, or at 8%, what it is right now, then the money that you have is losing its value. If you can buy 100 items of $1 a piece for $100 this year, with inflation of 10%, next year you can only buy 90 items for the $100. So the money is losing its value, and you are actually gonna get less and less and less, not the same as last year. So that is why you need to invest to multiply your money, because you're gonna need more of it. And also people are living longer, and they will need more money. Uh, so you really have to be earning more. You have to be saving more. You have to be investing more, and you also have to invest in people and businesses that can multiply your money, right? It's not it's not something that you should do or you could do or that it sounds good. It's something that you need and must do, right? So how do they say it? Fun time is over, right? The time of goofing off, of playing is over. You really have to get serious about your life and about your future. Okay, so now I've prepared the greeting cards for me, and also let me show you the greeting cards also are ready for my sister. So I have to also take some flyers with me. So and the bag, a working bag for my sister. So if I am just like you, right? I'm not special. All the sales skill I learned, the business skill I learned, the self-discipline I learned, the being the all the timer, working 7 days a week, saving 7 days a week, investing 7 days a week. I learned the multiplying the money. I also learned how to do, and I've also had all the being lazy, having had all the excuses and all of that, and it just doesn't work, right? So I started making the changes, and so should you. And don't worry if you are failing forward. You just keep practicing the self-discipline. You just keep implementing and coming back and bouncing back after failures and so on, and you learn from it and you move forward, you progress, right? So if if you have if you have if you have gotten over the fear of losing money, if you are ready to invest and make it multiply, maybe you can invest 2-3 thousand, and then you're getting like 600 every month. Well, that is really good, right? For 10 months, and then your money has doubled within 10 months. So that's a great opportunity for you. The new website is not done, so you can go to www.highroad.eu, and there you can find the business's PayPal, and you can make an investment, and you can also find there the my phone number, and you can add me to your WhatsApp, and we can chat on the WhatsApp, and if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. So I hope that I have touched you, and that I have really reached you in your mind and in your heart, and that you think about all this stuff, and that you start implementing, and that you get to work, so that you can prosper and prosper even more. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thanks a lot, and until next time, bye bye.